important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Tavis ranked number 33, and the year before, number 45. The Tavis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Tavis.
Yay, yay!
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
According to an Ipsos poll in 2024, about half of American adults report having been in a relationship at some point in their lives with a 10-year plus age gap. Younger partners were reported, this is independent of attachment style, by the way, as bringing more energy or attractiveness to the relationship, while older partners bringing more emotional maturity and financial stability. Okay, so this was according to a massive poll in 2024 about people's opinions, irrespective of attachment style, on just age gap relationships as a whole. Number two, a YouGov study in 2018, a very large US poll, found that most people preferred a moderate age gap. Only about 9% of people reported saying that an age gap of more than 20 years was what they would consider acceptable. That means 91% of people were against an age gap of that size. And according to the Pew Research Center in 2024, in actual US marriages, the average age gap is only about 2.2 years. Big age gaps are much less common than often social media may make it think. But who gets into age gap relationships according to attachment style? And why? Another study found that about 22% of people in age gap relationships self-report having mother issues or daddy issues. And I would say that this reflects roughly what I've seen in my personal practice. As somebody who's literally spent far over a decade working with people, seeing tens of thousands of clients, either in our online group coaching programs at the personal development school or one-to-one or in couples, I would generally see a pattern that really was about, I would say maybe 25% here. Now, this isn't a good or a bad thing in and of itself. And I really believe this. I don't believe there's a right or wrong answer or one size fits all for anybody. I think very much that each thing in our lives as human beings is a relationship. We have a relationship to our relationships. We have a relationship to our friendships. We have a relationship to food and how we eat. We have a relationship to our body and how we move or sleep. We have a relationship to our careers and to money. And I very much think how our relationship is to the idea of an age gap relationship means everything. See, if you're using an age gap relationship to fill something inside of yourself that you're not healing, so maybe you feel like you can't succeed in the world out on your own. And so as a result of that, you use a relationship to fill this void of perceived financial stability or financial capability in yourself, then that's where we may have some problems because we're operating from lack rather than wholeness and self-belief. And on top of that, if we use age gap relationships to fill this lack of nurturing that we had growing up, and we don't know how yet to nurture ourselves and get to know ourselves in a meaningful way, then of course, there will be downsides to this. But if we're using an age gap relationship because it makes sense, because we fell in love with a person, and because we're operating from the state of wholeness within ourselves, then of course, there isn't anything wrong with this. And I will just say before we get into this, if you are somebody who does have a mother or father wound from previous experiences in your own childhood, I will say that we have really in-depth healing courses about the mother and father wound. And you can check that out fully for free for 7 days while you check out our all access pass. But just for this month as a giveaway, you also get to keep our somatic experiencing and nervous system regulation course for free for life. So it is a gift. It has really powerful tools for regulating your nervous system.
Hey man, Thais Gibson be cooking. I love her work. And as you heard her outline, Precious has delivered another topic for me to tackle. The age gap relationship. She covered a lot of ground. And I love what she was saying. She covered a tremendous amount of ground. The chronology collapse. When age becomes a psychological currency rather than just a number. Age gap relationships defy linear time. They produce relational paradoxes that neither culture nor psychology fully resolves. In conventional discourse, we treat age as a number, a simple demographic variable. Yet, when examined through the lens of consciousness, studies like Dr. David R. Hawking's, Bentov's holographic reality, dialogical exploration, Dr. David Baum, trauma theory, Rothschild and Carnes, and of course non-duality, the great Krishnamurti, age mutates into something far deeper, a psychological currency. This currency expresses itself in 4 forms: time, power, identity, survival, and memory. In many age gap bonds, the older partner enters with accumulated temporal riches, right? Got a little bread, got a little experience, lived epochs, losses, victories, identity, crystallization. I am who I am. This is who I'm going to be. You got to let me know if you're ready for some of this. That's how the older thing works. But then there's also attachment patterns, traumas integrated or avoided. Yeesh. The younger partner enters with energetic surplus, possibility, emergence, unformed identity, right? Plastic reality tunnels, as my good friend Robert Anton Wilson would call it. The plastic reality tunnels. There's so many possibilities. We could do so much. And developmental dynamism. Together, they create what Bentov might call a chronological interference pattern, a holographic field composed of overlapping timelines. Let's just get right to it. Precious McGill is in the house.
Hey.
You already know what this is. This is Wholeness Wednesday.
Wholeness Wednesday.
And she's in here to cook. Listen, I got a problem with this topic.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it.
Because before, I would say 2005, before 2005, I never dated girls that were that much younger than me. Usually it'd be about 5 years younger, maybe 4 years, maybe 3 years. But in 2005, that was the first time I dated a girl that was like 13 or 14 years younger than me. And to be honest with you, I was uncomfortable for the first 3 years.
Okay.
I need to know. And ever since then, I've been attracting young ones. Where Michael Jackson at? Where Pretty Young Thing at? Andy, where is Pretty Young Thing? PYT been playing on my playlist. And I need to understand, why are these young souls walking into the room, catching the light of old Zoe? Older Zoe.
Older Zoe.
They be like, boy, come here now.
Where did you come from, baby?
Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it.
Now, I'm asking,
Yeah.
are men more attracted to younger women, older men more attracted to younger women, or is it vice versa? What is it?
It's, you know what? It goes all the ways. Older men attracted to younger women. Older women attracted to younger men attracted to older women, younger women attracted to it goes all of the ways. And you just have to be mindful what you're walking into. This would be with any relationship, though. If it is like how Thais, is that her name, the one that was speaking?
Yes,
If
Thais Gibson.
Thais was saying, if it's daddy issues or mommy issues, you want to screen for that.
Well, how do you?
Well, you get to know who you're going into relationship with, because sometimes people want to be with an older person because of stability, right? The person is stable. They have resources. They've had life experiences, and maybe the person wants to go in on that. But sometimes you may have a younger person that also has those things.
Right.
They have experience. They have wisdom. They're quite sharp, in fact, and it could be a good match. So, but I do venture to say that the older you get, the more you begin to attract different types of situations.
Oh, you got something on my mind right now.
Okay.
So, in the 3D,
Yes.
there's a man and a woman.
Uh-huh.
So let's just say the man is 15 years older than the woman.
Okay.
Okay? But the woman, her spirit, is older than the man. Is that a possible combination?
That is a definite possible combination, and there's probably something wrong in that situation.
Talk to me.
Because when you have such a large age gap and the younger person is the more mature one, they may be substituting therapy for the partner. Okay. For example, let's say if it's a younger man and an older woman, and the younger man is more mature, right? What is he attracted to in this woman, and what is she attracted to in him? What are the, when a person is that much older than you and they're that much, they're not emotionally or spiritually or mentally mature, what is that about? So you just have to be careful entering into age gap relationships. Where it really becomes a thing is when you see a person say, I only date younger, right? So then what is it about this group of people that you're attracted to? If you're the older and you only like younger, what is it about them? It's not to say that there's something bad, but what is it that they are providing that maybe someone your own age or a little bit older than you is not?
Quincy Jones told me once the worst thing. Quincy was a cold piece of work. I accidentally said the wrong age for him.
Okay.
I was like, damn, Q, you 77. He said, 77? I'm 74. You know, and he went on.
Give him his 3 years.
Yeah, he went on a tirade. And he said, man, listen, he like went in a drawer and pulled out some pictures of a bunch of young, beautiful women. He was like, that's 77, huh? That's 77. I said, okay, Q, I'm sorry. I apologize. Of course he was playing. But then he said, listen, man, a woman my age can only do one thing for me, Zal. I said, what? He said, prepare me to die.
Oh,
I said, yo.
probably what he needed.
I said, what? So maybe to your point, the dynamism.
Yes.
The energy, the vibrant.
It depends on the dynamic of the situation. Sometimes, like I've been hearing a lot in social media where men are saying they only want a young, like older men, maybe in their 48 and above, that age group, saying that they only want younger women because younger women have a certain body or they don't complain. And I take no issue with that. If that's what the brother wants, let him have it. But those things fade. And sometimes people don't complain because they don't have a opinion. Now, if she's not complaining because she's not a complainer, she works her own stuff out, that's one thing. But if you're looking for somebody that's going to be pretty and shut up, then we need to explore that dynamic, right? Yeah. And then also, it's not a lot of research out about older women dating younger men, but I do hear some older women saying that they only want younger men because they're more virile.
I was about to say, you know why that is.
For little Braun.
He can't teach her nothing.
Well, sometimes a younger man can, but
it depends on the subject.
Well, and he may have had lived experience,
right?
You know, so it depends. If you are substituting your own self-worth for attracting a partner that is going to help you bypass it, that's where the issue comes in.
Well, then throw the layer of transactionalism on top of it.
Okay, so if you have a young person that only wants to be with someone, whether it's a male or female,
right,
wants to be with someone older because they have finances, resources, they know how to socialize. This is a teachable moment. Someone's learning here, which it's not all bad, but you know, that dynamic is going to shift at some point. What about when she gets her paper up or he gets his paper up,
or when the well runs dry?
Or when the well runs dry. You know, I always say, if you get into a relationship with money and the money runs out, then you're left with the person. So you should really, with transactional relationships, regardless of what the age combination is, you should be more interested in the person, because the situation will always change.
But isn't it difficult to be interested in the person if you're not really interested in your total self?
Oh, absolutely. Not sometimes, but absolutely. I always think about in that 9/11, when 9/11 happened, it used to be a thing for women to want to be in relationship with a pilot. A lot of them ended up on welfare during the 9/11 crisis. They were not flying. A lot of regulations changed, how people were paid. And so if you went into a transactional relationship with a man for what he was able to provide for you, and he's no longer in that position, now what?
Hold that thought. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR, the Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. We're on complete fire. You already know what it is. Holding Wednesday. Precious is in the building. When we come forward, we're going to keep peeling this onion.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
All I need is one mic.
With the KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. We want to speak directly to our listeners in Altadena and all across Southern California. Recently, we invited Southern California Edison to join a town hall so fire survivors could ask questions and get clear information about the Altadena Eaton fire and this so-called settlement fund. Weeks before the event, the law firm originally connected to the program withdrew, and we provided SCE updated materials confirming those changes. But despite that, SCE later stated publicly and privately that they were pulling out of the town hall because plaintiffs' attorneys were participating. That was not accurate, and SCE knew that it was not accurate. But when shown documentation that disproved their claim, SCE ignored it and declined to correct the record. At KBLA Talk 1580, trust is not an option. It is the foundation of our work and witness. It is the promise that we make to you. And so we will not move forward with any partnership that misrepresents the facts or undermines the credibility that we have built in love and service to this beloved community. Our commitment remains with the good people of Altadena. We will continue providing independent, verified information to support your recovery without interference from any outside entity, including Southern California Edison, so you don't get burned twice. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. As always, we welcome your feedback.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You were my lady, and love was written in the way that you show. Oh, man, with the change of my, there came October, and now I wonder where love did go. It was a second rain of autumn. We shared a feeling, and it was such a glorious sort of dream. But like kids, we were too shy to say to each other that together we would always love to be. Someday soon, I know we'll come together. Even though our feelings change, the seasons do. But maybe sweet November will tell us the story. Yes, God, that will bring us back the love that we both.
I love age gap relationships for 3 reasons. Number one, if the woman is, call it 8, 9, 10 years older than the man, there just seems to be this playful energy that I rarely see in other relationships. My sister's with a guy that she's 8 or 9 years older. My best friend is with a guy that she's like 8 or 9 years older as well. And they have this dynamic of having so much fun learning about being in relationship together that they're almost curious about the relationship. And so when problems arise, they dive into them rather than trying to place blame. Number two, if a man is, let's say, 10 years older than a woman, or 15 or 20, whatever, maybe speaking from experience here, and it can enact this dynamic where, and I know this is going to get some backlash, almost like a mentor-mentee type of relationship, where as a guy who's in his early 40s, I really love sharing.
Wait, turn him off. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. We might go back to him, but what? Who is that? We don't know who that. I need to know who that is. Attila will tell me. First off, and I want to hear the rest of what he had to say. I think the mentor-mentee thing, maybe 20 years ago, that was Taylor Conroy. Okay, maybe 20 some odd years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell these young people nothing nowadays.
It's very different these days.
These days, it's a different situation. The mentor-mentee thing,
not so much.
Not so much.
We're in the age of information.
Yes, and really superficial, poor grade information.
True.
And what used to matter back in the day, like this internal fortitude, this resilience, this wisdom gained through experience, that kind of stuff is not valuable anymore.
Not to a lot of people.
To a lot of folk, them youngsters, you try to hit them with some wisdom, you give me some unk knowledge.
Right.
Unk knowledge?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Go on out there then, see what happened to you. Keep living, as Big Mama would say. But do you seriously? I think he's right for a certain time. I don't think he's right for now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Things change, you know. I'm 52. I've seen a lot of things come and go, and a lot of trends die or revive. But what I do know is some things don't change. A lot of times in the twin flame dynamic, the woman is typically older than the man.
Really?
A lot of times in the twin flame dynamic, spiritually speaking. It's not always that way, but it's very common. And she's usually about 10 years, give or take a few years.
Really? And how, the twin flame dynamic?
In that soulmate connection. A lot of times the woman is older. It's not always the case, right? Sometimes it's the opposite is true or the reverse is true. But whatever it is, you just have to be mindful going into what you're dealing with.
Right.
And if the person is just very young to be in a serious committed relationship, that presents its challenges.
Right off top.
Off the top. If you have someone that's 19 and they're with someone that's 40, what happens when 19 grows up? Are you going
to be somebody different?
And you need to give them the space to do so.
Yeah,
or they're going to bubble up at the top.
You hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you in what is it called? A May-December?
May-December relationship.
That's why I play Sweet November.
Yes.
Are you in a May-December relationship? I want to know. Have you dated older? Was it good? Was it unsatisfactory? Have you dated younger and it was a little too fast-paced? You was trying to get to sleep at 7:30. Somebody call me right now. 1-800-920-1580.
And now I'm wondering where that love did go. Is there no more time we should have been? And it was such a
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. For the first time, a pope is marking an American Thanksgiving. Chicago native Pope Leo celebrated early in Italy before heading to Turkey for the holiday.
To recognize that we all have received so many gifts. First and foremost, the gift of life.
With about 3 million black Catholics in the U.S., he's urging people to reflect on the gifts of life, faith, and unity. And the 2020 Georgia election interference case against President Trump is over. A judge dropped the charges, and Trump's team says the political persecution by former DA Fani Willis, who is black, is done after she was removed over her relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. And black Senator Cory Booker says Democrats need a tough conversation after failing his generation. He wants the party to refocus on economic issues that impact everyday people and reach marginalized voters on platforms like TikTok. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
hard rock style is coming to the Central Valley, just 15 miles south of Bakersfield off Route 99. You'll find world-class gaming and entertainment. Less drive time equals more playtime. The all-new Hard Rock Casino Tejon, opening November 13th.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
Tavis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by an African American on the 2025 Talkers Heavy 100 list of the most important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Tavis ranked number 33 and the year before, number 45. The Tavis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Tavis.
Yay!
Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I got another incredible black-owned business for you. Your podcast deserves more than a closet and a prayer. It deserves a green screen that makes your haters jealous. Do you need 4K so crisp you can see their ego? Mics that catch whispers and rants? Hey, a stage that turns Aunt Mildred into Beyonce. Listen, all you gotta do is check out OneStream.tv, Inglewood Studio Playground, where backyard dreams get VIP upgrades. They've got cameras, mics, stages, step and repeat, everything you need. Lights that flatter people who never get flattering. They got all you need to produce the podcast of your dreams. Listen, their rates are as low as $75 an hour. Yes, really. Swing by 740 Centinela Ave. Call 323-296-4444. Once again, that's 323-296-4444. Trust me, my brother Mike will take care of you. OneStream.tv.
I'm talking lights, camera, action.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Roger and Tracy saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you are drowning in debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience helping people pay back a fraction of what they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit. With an A+ rating from the BBB, you can rest easy knowing Debt Blue is going to deliver guaranteed debt reduction. Debt Blue offers a success guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. That's right. You save money or it's free. Call now for significant debt relief and a free consultation. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879. You don't have to declare bankruptcy. This program works if you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in debt. Call for your free consultation today. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's wrong with us? I feel a storm coming.
You got your song.
When I Love was written in the winter show. Then with the change of month, there came October. And now I wonder where love didn't go. It was the second rain of autumn. We shared feeling. It was such a glorious autumn dream. Yes, it was. But like kids, we were too shy to say to each other that together we would always like to be. Someday I know we'll come together, even though I feel ashamed to seasons do.
That's the one.
Often I date younger men. It's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession. And I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again. I have dated men my age. Yeah. There is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man around whether it's gender fluidity or not even having an issue with homosexuality.
Let me be clear. Is that Tracy? That's Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh, is it?
And let me tell you something. She's a beautiful woman.
She is gorgeous.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. You understand me? Put her on the Thanksgiving plate. Just pour some of that gravy. Listen, just her and gravy. But I do hear what she's saying. And I think she does a great disservice to men of her age group. I'm in her age group. And not all men have toxic masculinity.
Well, whenever you generalize or globalize, it's always not going to be correct.
Yeah, because that's her reasoning for not dealing with people her own age. So first and foremost, Tracy, holla at your boy. I'll get Tracy right.
Okay.
But see, that statement itself is what she doesn't want. So if we look at the way a battery works, right? You got a positive charge and a negative charge. All of the power comes from the negative part of the battery. Well, the negative, before it was called negative, was called neutral, but it represents the feminine.
Okay.
The positive is the masculine. What does that plus minus do? The positive side of the battery just directs the energy, right? Now, what is unfettered, uncontrolled feminine energy? Kali, right? We get the Kali figure, right, from the Hindu belief system.
Okay, yes.
Right? We get that. That's uncontrolled femininity. When she talked about openness, the younger men are more open. Could that also be misconstrued as more pliable to what you want to do? Some women, younger women, are saying, I want direction. So they'll date the mentor, older guy to get that kind of direction. The knowledge, the wisdom, the experiences, all of the things that he's accumulated, right? She's saying, I don't want that. I want to be able to have this young, oily boy on my lap.
That's what
Talk
you hear.
to me.
I hear something different. I hear her saying, you can't direct me.
Ooh.
I have done a lot more living than you. And I would like to be in relationship with someone who's not threatened by that, right? And so it appears to me that women in my age group and older have experienced a shift over the last, I would say, 20 years. We've heard messages. don't rely on a man. Have your stuff together. Why do you always need a man to do this? Be strong. Don't be weak. So those messages kind of took hold to a lot of women in my age group, and they have become self-reliant. A lot of women got a lot of slack for not having resources when the relationship dissolves and they're left to tend to the children. So she has to be both mother and caretaker. Not in all situations, but a lot. I've seen it a lot. I've experienced it a lot myself. And so when you have a woman who has evolved and fought for her position, there's not much you can tell her. You can tell who she is. You just can't tell her much.
Peel it back.
She doesn't need direction. She needs companionship. She needs someone to enjoy her time with. And a lot of men in our age group, maybe that might be threatening.
Sense of self is I'm leading, I'm directing, you got to follow what I'm trying to say. This is my program, get down with it.
Well, you know, I think that a man can lead, or a person can lead without having to tell you what to do. Leading in that sense really requires two very evolved people. And it's like, I'm going to be the back. I'm going to have that back for us. It doesn't mean financially. It may mean solidarity in spirit. It may mean that I'm going to hold you. Like when you go into a metaphysical church and there's someone in the corner sitting in silent meditation, they're holding the space for the room. That may be more of what the woman, older woman, is looking for. So it doesn't mean that that's a bad dynamic, just like it's not a bad dynamic for a man to feel more useful when he is in a leadership position. I can respect all of the positions. It just has to be balanced.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here.
Oh, yes.
They want to talk to Precious. I want to talk to Precious, so they got to wait. No, we're going to bring them in. They got to come in. Let's get them in. The VOR is on complete fire tonight. We're talking about this May-December kind of dynamic, and it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Let's see what the callers have to say. Valerie, Los Angeles.
Hey,
it's
Val.
your time to shine. Talk to us, Val.
Greetings.
Well, I have a rule. My daughters are adults, so no millennials. I don't want to be swimming in the same pools as my children.
Okay. All right.
But in general, I'm 55, and I have been single since I was 38. When I left my marriage.
Can you qualify what that means to say you've been single?
I left my marriage when I was 38.
Okay.
Yes, I became divorced. Yeah.
So any dating?
I divorced. Yeah.
Okay.
I dated long-term relationships consistently throughout that time. This is the first time I've been solo, not entangled, not reflecting on a male in any way for a year.
Okay.
I tend to get in situations with men who decide that my ex-husband said I wasn't ready for a girlfriend. We met in high school. He was my first boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He said, I wasn't ready for a girlfriend, but I knew you would be a good wife and mother. So I had to make sure nobody else got you.
Oh, that's wrong. You know, we do that. I'm just saying, as men,
they'll
listen,
take a woman off the market when they know that's what they want. That's true.
I can't let this one get away. You understand?
That is true.
You see how brown and shimmery she is.
They know what they want.
If I let this girl slip through my hands, Lord have mercy. Come on, Valerie, finish.
So he took me through all the things.
I bet. Come on, I'm listening.
Until I finally said, I can't let my daughter see this anymore.
Good for you.
And we left. And we're all good, all of us. I love the woman he's with now. because my daughters love her. And
that's good.
That's all good. But at any rate, I will not date younger than 3 years or older than 6. Okay.
Keeping it tight on that
younger
line.
Than 3, like if you had to watch the same shows I watched growing up on Nick at Night, we can't relate. And if you was old enough to sit up and watch Benny Hill, I can't relate.
I used to watch Benny Hill. I'm 52, so.
I used to watch
Benny Hill. You were sneaking.
I was sneaking. You're right about that.
I was sneaking if you was old enough to sit up and watch. Okay, if you was old enough to be watching without getting in trouble, you too old for me.
So let me ask you a question, Valerie. What if a man approached you and he was 6 years younger than you? He was spiritually evolved, had knowledge of self, he was secure in himself, and he was very interested in you because he can see your light. You'd say no?
They always see my light. That's always it.
But don't ignore the other qualities that we put in there.
He's
secure,
balanced.
he's balanced, he's evolved.
Yeah.
Awakened,
healed. He's all the things, as y'all say.
All the things.
Would you turn it down?
I would have to sit with it.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear you would sit with it.
No, let me tell you what would happen, Valerie. I'm with Valerie. Let me tell you what would happen, Valerie. When somebody, have you ever heard of the Buddhist term bodhisattva? Right?
Yeah.
They say certain people are vibrating at such a level when you come into their presence, you can feel it. See, Valerie is responding from fear. When you come, if you came into that man's presence, you would forget all about the age gap, because the vibration that he's on, it would shift yours. You would be like, what in the world? Yeah, come on in here, Valerie. Let me talk to you.
Which is why I'm always in a relationship. See? I have always said, give him a chance to show you.
Fair.
Okay. Valerie, stay right there. Don't leave. Don't leave, Valerie. Stay right there. Valerie's cooking when we come forward. Oh, this is good stuff. Valerie, you need a bodhisattva. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
One fight, girl.
California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus, darling.
Marcus.
Down on my knees.
Wow.
Oh, heart in hand. I was accused of being too young, but I'm not so young. Can't you understand that I think like a man?
And so what I mean by this is a man who is immature, a man who may be insecure. He will want a younger woman because women mature faster than men. And so this younger woman is actually not necessarily on his level in his mind because she's a different age. And he doesn't believe a grown boy. If this man is a grown boy, he doesn't believe that women mature faster than men and that women have a different type of mindset than men, and women, you know, could be smarter in areas, and women can be more articulate.
Who is this, Andy? When you read books, you should read the preface and the foreword, and the liner notes and the bibliography. And we got to stop with this broken kind. Listen, a lot of these guys, I don't want to be mean, but I want to tell the truth. Like I said, a lot of these guys on the internet, they will pander to a side. Let's just tell the truth.
Facts.
You can't say it would. I would have been able to digest what he said if he would have said some. There are some men out there that are insecure. You can't just say men are insecure and that want to date younger women. You can't say that, right? Was Miles Davis insecure? Probably. I don't know. But he learned a lot from Betty White. Betty White took him to meet Sly and the Family Stone. Mm-hmm. That broadened his horizons in terms of music. We don't get Bitches Brew in 69,
right.
the classic album. We don't get this fusion of funk and until Betty said, "Come check this group out." So I don't buy that he's insecure and he's this and that. Let me tell you something. Insecurity cannot there's no monopoly in terms of a gender on
Correct.
insecurity. Both genders
Correct.
have insecurities.
Correct.
And we got to stop saying, "No, the men are doing this. And this is how some people." This is why I loved the works of Robert Anton Wilson. Again, he wrote the book Prometheus Rising and several other, Quantum Psychology. And what he introduced in those books, because they were written in this style, and I would offer this to anybody to learn this style of English. It's called E prime. English without is or to be. And scientists use it because they can't really definitively say what something is.
It's ever changing.
So now you remove a lot of logical fallacies out of your language. So you say, it appears to me that some men operate in this manner. That's E prime. Instead of indicting a whole bunch of men.
I agree with you.
And that's the same for Miss Ellis, Miss Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis,
Ross. That's the same for her too. It's like, men of my generation are this way. Not all of them.
In her experience.
In your experience, you have a limited experience of the people in your generation. Go ahead, finish that thought.
Yeah, it's also, I agree with you. It's like also how people say younger men only want an older woman because they want a sugar mama. Yeah, that's not always the case.
Well, it depends on what the sugar is.
It depends on what the sugar is, right? Because it you can't globalize. You can't pretend to know what a situation is until you're looking inside of it more intimately, knowing the parts and the people.
Right.
You know, and I do want to say this off the air conversation is super lively in these live chats here.
Hey, the chats on KBLA, right? The KBLA YouTube is on fire. They're talking crazy.
Yes.
The chats in
TikTok
Live is bananas. We're on fire, all right? Listen, Valerie, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. When we come forward, we got callers on the line. I'm going to get to everybody on the other side. Let's do it.
I'm not wasting my time. Don't waste your time. Back once again. Ooh, just begging you, please.